What's up, guys? You got the Video Game Votary here, and I am back. And I just wanted to apologize to you guys because I missed last week. I actually been under the weather. I was actually hospitalized for a short period of time, but I'm back. I'm feeling better, and I'm gearing up to head to SoCal Gaming Expo, which is taking place this weekend in Pasadena, California. I'm looking forward to heading out there with my boy BlakRanger. Looking forward to meeting you guys if you're out there. Make sure you stop me, say hello, say a couple words, trade some games, and get back to it. This particular episode, as I gear up to go to different conventions, I like to do research and put together and compile a list of games that I would like to pick up. So today we're going to put the spotlight on the SNES, or the SNES for short, the Super Nintendo. So I'm going to give you 5 games of some of my favorite blend of games, such as side-scrolling, beat-em-up, platform-style games that I'm looking forward to try to pick up and add to my collection. So let's jump right into that list. Coming in first is Legend. Legend is a side-scrolling hack-and-slash beat-em-up video game developed by Arcade Zone, originally published in North America by Sega Corporation in April 1994. Taking place in the fictional kingdom of Selit during the Middle Ages, players take control of the Night Warriors Kaor and Igor in an attempt to defeat the corrupt son of the king of Selit, Clovis, before he manages to harness power from the imprisoned soul of maleficent despot Belder and conquers the land as a result. Inspired by several high fantasy medieval themed beat-em-up arcade games from Capcom and Sega, Legend was conceived as an idea by the creators as an action-oriented project. Legend garnered mixed reception from the critics since its initial release on the Super NES. While the graphics received praise, the gameplay deemed by most as repetitive and lacking depth. Although Legend was received as a direct sequel, Toka created a remake of the game for the PlayStation, which also was called Legend. In 2015, the original game was ported to the Microsoft Windows by independent developer and publisher Pico Interactive. A spiritual successor, Conan, was also in development and planned for the Atari Jaguar, but was never finished or released. Up next, we have Skyblazer. Skyblazer is a platform video game published by Sony ImageSoft, released in early '94 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It involves Sky, the Skyblazer hero, Garuda in the Japanese version, searching for Ashura, the Lord of War, who has been kidnapped, and the sorceress Ariana, Vishnu in the Japanese version. There are a total of 17 levels with a few more steps on the map, where the Elder, Brahma in the Japanese version, gives passwords to the player and 10 bosses, including the final boss, Raglan. 4 of those must be fought twice, since they reappear immediately before Ashura, who appears before Raglan. An overhead map allows for movement between levels, including back to ones already completed, and slightly non-linearity allows the player to skip some levels at the cost of some magic spells and some power obtainable in them. Most of the levels are side-scrolling, but there are some levels involving flight, either automatically scrolling or in mode 7, where the player can grab crystals towards extra lives but will exit the level upon touching a spike and falling. Also, some levels expand on the usual platform structure by including waterways whose paths can be varied with switches, and there are areas with rotating towers. 2 of the bosses also use extensive mode 7, expanding and rotating around the screen, coming in the form of rotating walls. There are 8 secondary attacks available beyond the basic punch and kick, but unlike those, they require magic powers. Magic power-ups, signified by flasks of red liquid in either small or large sizes, can replenish the power needed to use these, while flasks of green fluid restore health. These are gems of both small and large sizes. A large gem counts the same as 10 small ones, and obtaining 100 gems will give a player an extra life. There are also outright one-ups. Next, we have Hagane, The Final Conflict. It's a 1994 action platform video game developed by Cat Production and published by Red Entertainment and Hudson for the SNES. The player takes on the role of ninja cyborg named Hagane on his path to take revenge on an opposing ninja faction. The game combines traditional Japanese ninja and samurai aesthetics with a futuristic setting. The player has a wide variety of weapons, moves, and attacks at their disposal to defeat enemies and progress through the game. Hagane released to positive reception and was compared favorably to classic side-scrolling action games. Reviewers praised the controls, art design, and challenge, but criticized the quality of graphics and sound. The Fuma and Koma ninja clans, who live mainly in the darkness, have mastered the secret arts of ninjutsu and black magic. Although they look like normal humans, they have strength and spiritual power beyond normal. Each clan consists of several factions. The Fuma clan is split into factions based on the Chinese zodiac. The Coma clan is split into factions by color, consisting of the white, the gold, and the red dragon. In the case of the Fuma clan, members of a given faction know nothing more about any other factions except that they exist and their bloodlines are cut off from the outside world and are destined to decline. The Fuma clan possess extreme strength and spiritual power. Their duty is to protect the Holy Grail, which is said to possess power that can destroy the world. From long ago, the evil Coma clan has plotted to destroy the world using the destructive power of the Holy Grail. The Coma clan eventually attacked a faction of the Fuma clan and stole the Holy Grail. However, they failed to notice that among the severely wounded, one man survived on the verge of death. The barely living man known as Hagane was brought back to life by advanced cyber technology performed by a mysterious old man named Mamochi. However, none of Hagane's body survived except his brain. Already a powerful ninja, he now has the incredible power and speed of a cyborg. With this power, he vowed to take the revenge of the Coma clan at the end of the conflict and having destroyed the Coma clan's complex. Up next, we have the Ninja Warriors. The Ninja Warriors is a beat-em-up video game developed by Natsume for the SNES, published by Taito. It is a follow-up to Taito's 1987 arcade game of the same title and shares similar gameplay. The player can choose between playing as one of the 3 ninja androids, each with different attributes and a unique set of moves, including jumps, dashes, throws, and other attacks. The game was developed by the same team in Natsume that later developed Wild Guns. In a dystopian future, the world is dominated by a dictatorial regime ruled by a dwarfish mutant cyborg man who calls himself Banglar the Tyrant, who commands an army of brainwashed human soldiers, vicious mutants, non-sentient combat robots. For years, he has ruled the global superpower unchallenged until a rebel army rises up against him, led by a human named Monk. Unable to defeat Banglar and his mutant armies using conventional weapons and fearing the world's government forces are closing in on him, Monk's rebel army decides to make one last effort to overthrow Banglar by sending a trio of self-aware combat androids styled after Japanese ninja to assassinate him. In the end, the androids manage to reach Banglar's fortress, fighting through his army and ultimately killing Banglar himself. As a safety measure, explosives within these androids' bodies then detonate, both destroying Banglar's death and eliminating any possible threat to the new regime posed by the powerful android's still experimental program. Several months later, Monk becomes the new president of the world government. The development of autonomous combat androids continue under Monk, soon making his military far stronger than Banglar's old forces, and Monk ends up just as much of a tyrant as the fallen Banglar. Next, we have Run Saber, which is a 1993 side-scrolling action game developed by Horisoft and published by Atlas for the SNES. The game was released in North America on June 8, 1993. Run Saber features side-scrolling fighting as the 2 main heroes, Alan and Sheena, the Run Sabers, fight to save the planet. The gameplay is very similar to Strider. So if you guys aren't familiar, Strider was released only on the Sega Genesis. So if you want your Strider fix, which is a great game from Capcom, this would be your fix if you're a Nintendo fan such as myself. Years into the future, after Earth have been overly polluted and resources are running low, a scientist quickly comes up with a solution, a new chemical that will reverse the effects of pollution. As colonists settle in space to avoid the pollution, the newfound chemical is quickly launched into a missile into the atmosphere where it explodes and releases the chemical. However, the chemical begins to horribly mutate and all humans affected with it. The scientist knew the effects of his chemicals and uses the mutated people as his soldiers to rule the Earth. Humanity's only hope is a new weapon known as Project Saber, 3 cyborgs that are genetically enhanced to supernatural level. Kurtz, the first Saber, malfunctions and escapes the Earth before the project is complete. The remaining Sabers, Alan and Sheena, are dispatched to eliminate the scientist and his militant mutant threat to neutralize Kurtz if possible. Alright guys, so that is 5 SNES games that I feel like you should definitely pick up, and it's definitely on my radar. Some of those are more expensive than most, but nevertheless, there are definitely some games that you may not have heard of or may not get as much love as some of these other games. And let me know down in the comment section below, are you a fan of any of these games? Are these games a part of your collection? Is something after watching this video you're looking to pick up? And make sure you stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notification bell, as we upload every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed last week's video, make sure you click that link above. If you want to catch up on the full season of the Video Game Votary, click that link down below. Thank you for watching. Follow me on all social media platforms at VideoGameVotary.